Hello, everyone. You're welcome to another exciting educative program. Living in diaspora. That is the topic. Living in diaspora, it contains a lot of things, and it has to do with human being traveling from one place to another. I mean, migration from one place to another. And before you think of moving from place to place, there should be some starting things you have to put into consideration. Where am I going? What kind of job am I going to be doing there? And the country I'm going, did they welcome immigrants? And what are the possibility that I will get a better job? I mean, to better my life. Those things has to be the first thing, because not every country um love to have other country in their own country. Yeah, many countries are like South Africa. They don't accommodate other tribes or other countries, like immigrants in their own country. They don't like it. They don't want to see them. It's like sin. It's like someone is there to rob them off from their rights. And for anyone who wants to go, you have to put those things into consideration before you take a leave. Leave wherever, any part of the country you are, before you, I mean, press further. And living in diaspora, it wasn't what people thought it was, because you're a second citizen in that country, even third. You're not that much recognized. Like, I mean, the owner, I mean, the real soil of the soil in their country. So getting there without a plan is going to be disastrous, in the sense that you have to, at least living, you have to have some little change with you, in case you want to buy one or two things before you get a job. And in case if you come for somebody to pick you at airport, that person wasn't there to pick you, where will you stay? Because this country, a lot of things has been happening in this country whereby they will ask you to come. They will even send you an invitation card, the invitation letter to come pay them visit. And getting to airport, it will be another story. You start calling, nobody's going to pick you up. So that is the first step when you come to the most first step most people faces in their diaspora, when they come to another place different from where they are becoming, at least different. So when you come in, you have to have something like a little money with you, in case if that person is not picking you up. At least you have like something that can take you like a week or a month, more than a month, that you can stay. Or yeah, like a week in a hotel, then you can get yourself an apartment, and from there you start looking for where to start your new life. Those are the things. Those things is very, very common. And you start a new life in a diaspora without no family. This is very common. When you come to another country, especially European country, there is no family. You have nobody. It's you, yourself. Now, how can you live successfully? That is another thing that is going to be in question for you. How can you get a better job? That's another thing. In a country whereby there is nobody to help you, in case if you don't need, if you're in need of one thing or the other, and you find out that there is no one to call, no friends, no family, in case you fall sick at home, and you don't have a phone to even call 911 to pick you. That is disastrous, and anything can end up such attitude. So when you come to diaspora, you have to think deeply, think and rethinking. Let your thinking be much deeper than what you think you're gonna make there. Because sometimes when you plan to go to somewhere and you foresee you're gonna go, you're going for green patches, in case the green is not green, how can you cope? How will you do it? That will be another question. So now you got yourself an apartment, you live alone, you start struggling to get ends meet, to even have a day meal, not talking of 3 day school meal. And from there, you got somebody. From there, when you try to move from one place to another, and you eventually got a place, and they'll sell what they need you for is cleaner. And meanwhile, where you're coming from, you're a lecturer there. This is huge differences, and there is nothing you could do than to do that job, because as at that time, that is what you can get, and you need something to sustain your life. You need something to make your life more meaningful. So you start like as a cleaner, and in more cases, most people that come from other countries to United States or any other European or Australia, they start from somewhere. Some start like a cleaner, a security guide, and some like mortuary attendants. They do all these odd jobs as starting when you come, and this is a situation whereby you can reject, because the level of your education back from where you come from, it doesn't count. It doesn't count in any Western country. It doesn't count. Whether you're a professor, whether you're a doctor, whether you're an engineer, good luck to you. So they don't care, because they have their own children. They have some graduates in their own country that they are real soil of the soil. They want them to be fit into a better place, into a better position. Now you that you came from somewhere else, they won't put you there. So the only thing you could do is to go back to school. You go back to school, you bring all your educational background, they evaluated it. After the evaluation, maybe instead of 4 years, you can spend 1.5 years. It depends on the credit you have done in the past and the kind of education, the kind of career you look into. Let's say, for instance, you are an accountant in your country before you come to United States of America, and you secure a job as a security man, and you believe you can do better than doing security because it's below your standard. It doesn't want it. It doesn't befitting you. So the only thing you could do, you go to school. So when you go to school, they evaluate your high school and see if it's authentic. Then they evaluate your college degree. And so why they do this one, and they're doing this one, they find out that the course you want to go, you want to do here in the United States is nursing. And meanwhile, you already done some science subject back in your country, so those credits will be accepted, and there is no guarantee that all your credit back home will be accepted. Let me say, for instance, you have a 120 credit as an accountant, BSc an accountant, back in your country where you come from, or part of the African. So why having this one? You come here, you want to do nursing, and after they sort everything out, they discover that you only have like 40 credit that is good for nursing. So you already lost like 80 credits. So what you have to do now, you have to start from that 40 credits. So instead of spending, it depends on the duration you want to use in college. If you want to do a year program, okay, a year program is like is not that much. Or you want to do 2 years in nursing, like registered nursing RN, that one is like 60 or 65 credits. So you already have like 40 credits from your previous education, and now you have to pursue the remaining 20 or 25 to complete your RN. So this is how it is done in Western country. So by the time you finish that, by the time you finish the remaining, now you can gain a gainful employment. You can be employed anywhere, then you earn a better salary, then you live a better life. Yeah, that is how people have been doing this for a while, and they love it. They love doing it, and they progress from one stage to another. So all this job is like a stepping stone. I mean, to sustain you, to pay your bills. You have to pay for your house rent. You have to pay for electricity, water. A lot of bills are there. At the same time, you have to buy your bus pass to move you from one place to another. And if you have a car note, you have to pay for your car note. You pay for insurance, and all this due every month. Bunch of bills are there for you to pay. So the only way to do this is to start from somewhere. You start from scratch, then you go to a better position. So that is it. And now let me talk about when you come. That is one side. And when you come from any other part of Africa to Western country, let's say for instance you come and through friend, then you got to their house. The only thing they could do is to welcome you just for, if they are nice people, they can accommodate you up to a month if they are so accommodative. So that is why they're gonna, endure you for a good 1 month. Then after the first month, you will see that everything will be escalated, and you start fighting every day on top of unreasonable something. And if not, maybe they want you to be their babysitter. You babysit their children from them, then you won't pay anything, and they won't fight you. Or you have nothing to do, you stay home 24 hours for a good month without nothing coming in to assist the family. Then you eat 3 times a day, you use water, you use toiletries, you use everything, lights, everything in the house. They're gonna get mad at you, and they're ready to fight you back. They don't, and in this position, they don't care how long or how deep you people has been together. No, immediately you come from somewhere else to meet other people in America or any part of Western country, this is how it operates. And most people, they don't know. They thought when you go to any part of Western country, within 2-3 months you start sending cars, sending money back home. Well, it may be, I don't doubt that, some people does it in that way. And those people that do that, those people that they do that, they are criminals. Yes, they are scammers. They steal other people's credit card. They steal their identity, and they use it for their own benefits. And before you know, within 3 months, they start sending cars, money back home. That means they don't have a clean job. They are not passive. They are not doing something that meaningful. They are criminal. And most people that does that, they don't have, they don't have the document to stay in the country. So they use that advantage, because they know anytime they are being called, they're gonna, deport them back to where they came from. So they use that one as avenue to do those dirty jobs. So, and for somebody back in Africa expecting someone that came to any part of Western country to send money, it can't work like that. It can't work in a month or two, even in 6 months, because this person has to settle down. He or she has to settle down. He has to provide all necessary to make his life more comfortable. If not, oh no, that person has to blame his or herself for doing that. And one thing, when you get your money, maybe once in a month, twice a month, or every week, when you get your check pay, you already have what you want to use that money for. And people back in all parts of other country, they don't realize that. They believe you have money you don't want to give to them. And if you want anybody to assist you, all what you need is to let that person know as early as possible. Maybe you want to use that money by December. This is May. Let that person know as early as June. Please, I will need this money by, you may say, by October or November. So from there, that person will start to gather those money together for you and send it to you. And this is how it works. So in other charts, next chart I'm going to talk about the legit document, where and how you can get a legit document, and how does it work, what are the benefits, and if you are on document, what can you do to get a document? Because if you don't have those documents, what are the implications? What is going to be the side effect? Because everything in life has advantage at the same time as disadvantage. So I'm sure with this little explanation, you'll be able to understand that coming to the diaspora is not a magic. It's not that you won't make it. You will make it, but it takes gradual process. And the kind of people you may go with, it will gonna determine your lifestyle. And it's gonna determine your lifestyle, I said it earlier. So those things has to be put into consideration. And when moving from one place to another, you have to be rest assured that I'm going into the right places, because a lot of things has happened. Some people has gone, their family could not find them, they are being killed, they are being enslaved. A lot of things has been done to people because of they want a green purchase. They move from one place to another to earn a better life. So you have to put all those things into consideration. Is that place is well accommodated for people like me? What kind of religions are they doing there? Am I going to be part and parcel of those religions? because not all country practice the same religions. It's like you go to Saudi Arabia, they are pure Muslim. It's either you be a Muslim or they jail you, they kill you for being a Christian, because Christians are not allowed there. So those things have to be into proper consideration before you make a move, because it doesn't worth it for you to sell your property. You sell everything, you dispose everything you have, all what you've labored for years, and for you to come to United States, or come to United Kingdom for a betterment of your life, and later you discover that you can make it and you can go back to where you come from, it's not a good idea. So I use this opportunity to let you know that traveling from one place to another is good. It's part of exposure, and it's part of education. It's really educative. But we have to look into what I've said earlier and see if it's what we can do. If it's not, you can stay where you are and continue to manage the little things you gathered, and God is going to bless you. It's not by force you should go to any Western country. We know African countries are so hardship this time around. People find it so hard, but some people are still making it there. They make it more than people in diaspora. So if they can make it there, then you can make it without even wasting your time, your energy, your money. Even you don't know what is going to happen to your life. And your life is most precious than any other thing, because when there is life, there is hope. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And I'm going to use this opportunity to say bye. See you next time. Have a blessed day. Goodbye.